Here's a tornado of April 19th of 1970. It come in here at 12:01 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. This was some scenes we took from outside here. Not a whole lot of physical damage to the house. We did have to have a new roof. This is my brother-in-law's house, Leon's, next door. And this is Kenneth's printing shop, the second house down. It pretty well got it. Some of the tin wound up a quarter of a mile north of here on Highway 4. And this was taken about 2 hours after the storm. As you can see, the sky still looks sort of blustery, but although we didn't have a whole lot more rain that afternoon. Okay, okay, let's see where we're at here. I believe this is Hurricane Camille. Johnny and Ricky Barkley took these pictures. They took my camera down there with me shortly afterwards. I guess this was a week or two after the hurricane, and this was taken, I guess, going into probably the outskirts of Pascagoula or close by. Of course, Pascagoula wasn't one of the hardest hit areas. The hardest hit was over around Gulfport and past Christian, Long Beach. But still, they had a lot of damage in this area, mostly tree damage. Not so much, property, but there's a lot of big trees blown down. And this is near where my brother-in-law Ricky was living at the time in Pascagoula. And incidentally, he'd moved down there just 2 weeks before Hurricane Camille hit. Wayne Ridge, K5YPV, and myself went down there for about 3 days. Shortly after that, this is the district attorney's home. These pictures were taken by Wayne and myself, a district attorney of, I believe it's in Jackson County. This was in an off-limits area, but Mr. George Barkley, who was living there at the time, talked his way through the blockade or the National Guard. This is the Standard Oil Refinery in Pascagoula. He's seen a helicopter taking off. I don't think this refinery was severely damaged. But anyway, we wasn't supposed to be in this area. But Mr. George Barkley talked his way through. Wayne and I just sat back and listened, and he said these two old boys come all the way down from Ripley, North Mississippi, down here with the radio equipment to help us out, and I wanted to show us the area, so he got us through. Again, is this field day? This is field day, I guess, of 1970. There's Wayne Ridge. And let's see who's this standing up here. I can't tell who this is standing up. We had a lot of flickers. Joe Wiggs, K5DGL. The late Joe Wiggs. And there's Bob Foreman, WB5FGC. He even looks younger today, K5YPV, Wayne. And coming up the road, this was taken off of the Cell Barn Road up north of Ripley. And here's WA5EMJ driving up in this. I guess he had a new pickup at that time. I think we'll see him get out here momentarily. Yeah, there he is. He just got out of his pickup, coming up there to see what's going on. There's old Robbie Roberts. Looked like he's drinking a Budweiser. And let's see where we're at here. Got some more flicker. There was Bruce Cole, I believe it was. Bob, Karl, Bullock, WA5TMC, Ms. Ridge, Wayne's mother. We couldn't even get on. Okay, here is a county fair, Tippah County Fair. Karl Bullock on the left, and Bruce Cole, Jimmy Locke, yours truly, Wayne Ridge, back around to Karl and Bruce. And let's see, I don't know, we had an old teletype machine set up down there. We're showing off ham radio. Had a few spectators come by, inquisitive about what was going on. The old Model 19 teletype, which was manufactured in the late 30s, early 40s. A very noisy machine, which couldn't copy over 60 words a minute. But in its day, it was a thing. Nothing compared to the modern day computer with a daisy wheel or the dot metric. But we had a little tape program in it here that amazed people. I forget just what the context of it was. But anyway, we set up for a few days at the county fair. I can't remember just what year this was in the early or middle 70s. I don't know how many new hams we got into the ranks from showing this off. I remember John Wayne Haynes come by. He wasn't a ham at that time. But later become a ham, something like 3 or 4 years ago. And he was rather amazed over where this had much influence on